Minecraft is a game that I think has a special place in a lot of our hearts as gamers. I think that, honestly, depending on how old you were when it came out, or when it was popular, or when it became popular again, for so many different ages and time periods, Minecraft kinda held some big headspace within the gaming world, and I think that I feel like it's one of those few things where I'll see something in the mainstream media, like public opinion will say this is great, and no part of me will just suddenly hate it specifically just to be, or maybe not even to be part of an outside group to it, but just hate it because I think that they're wrong, and that public opinion pushes me more towards that, like, being upset that something is so popular yet undeserving. Minecraft never felt undeserving of the recognition it got. And I think it's partially because playing Minecraft does feel like art in some way. And I very rarely play a game that I feel like is art and come away from it hating it or disliking it. It's not at all soulless, and maybe even if it's more of a corporate thing now, it never lost that spark that Minecraft really had. I guess I should look at this from the way we should approach this is from the way that I look at the game, because there's a lot of Minecraft is one of those games where there's a lot of ways to look at it, and while I can appreciate that there's a lot of value to be gotten from a lot of the other ways that people look at it, like, for example, creative mode, where people do just ridiculous things with the game. That isn't really Minecraft to me. And not like it's a fraud or a wrong way to play it. It's just not my Minecraft. And I guess that is partially a testament to what Minecraft is, ironically, that it can be so many different things for so many different people. But I want to talk to my Minecraft, because anyone who wants to give... I once heard someone say anyone who wants to give, like, an actual good review of something should make it subjective. And I'm going to come at this from my subjective experience with Minecraft. When I play games like Minecraft, or I guess I would describe it as games where I want to get immersed, that's where I'm getting the value from personally, there's two things that can really happen. Either A, there's going to be some form of in-game reason for there to be respawning, or whatever might be their form of respawning. You know, like, it's not always going to be called that, it's not always going to look like that, but there's either going to be some in-game rhyme or reason, some lore, to why I can fail or die or whatever it is, and try again. Beyond just not letting me try again like some games do, which I appreciate those games, but for games that do the usual thing of you die, but it's not like the whole game is over or something, I have these two approaches. One is where there's some lore reason behind it, and games I would give as examples of that might be like Assassin's Creed, where you just desync, or BioShock, where you you end up in one of those revitalization tanks or whatever. Like, games like that have something behind it, whereas games like the Halo games, maybe they do something different in the newer Halo games, but in the older ones, just came back to life. There's no effort at all towards it, or a lot of the Call of Duties. And maybe those are bad examples because those are not open world, like, immersion focused games, although I'd say you can easily get immersed in a Halo game, but that's beside the point. Open world games like this, I get my value from being immersed, and if there isn't a reason to come back to life, even if it's a shoddy one, I'd say that BioShock's was something where they, because of, like, it's shoddy, I'll say that. The BioShock 1, at least, like, the tanks and stuff, you might question, well, are there people using this? What's up with that? But it's something, and something is enough, especially with the amount of effort to actually put in the tanks and stuff like that. But for whatever they were called, for Minecraft, there is none. And so the way I play Minecraft is I no death run it. Now, if you don't know what a no death run is, it's essentially just if you die, you start over. Now, I can already hear what you might be thinking. Oh, why don't you play hardcore? And I would say that is one of my very few criticisms of Minecraft. I think that the concept, the headspace, the game design philosophy behind hardcore is foolish. And I'm just going to skip the semantics and whatnot. I'm going to skip the cat and mouse of, oh, why is it? It's because there are players like me, I think, and maybe there isn't. Maybe not everyone has all the same weird hang-ups as me. Probably very few people, but there has to be someone else out there who wants to get a lore-accurate depiction of what it's like to be immersed in this kind of setting or world or whatever, and not have it be on the hardest difficulty, as crazy as that is. If you're saying, oh, what a little baby, well, that's kind of how I see survival in the first place. I die and there is, like, almost no consequences at all. And if you're saying, oh, everything doesn't have to be so hard, well, that's how I see hardcore. I don't think hardcore should have been its own mode. I think it should have been a setting, and I don't think it should have been tied to difficulty. But all of this is kind of getting off track. I didn't want to focus on that. It just kind of came up organically. I play normal survival Minecraft as if it's hardcore. So I'm not playing Minecraft for a challenge. I'm playing it for the Minecraft experience. I'm playing it for the immersion of that world. But at the same time, I want it to feel real, and if I die and there's no consequences, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like I'm there. In real life, I jump off a cliff. I'm guessing it's over. Haven't tried it, but it feels like a more human experience when the consequences of something like that are life-ending. Your world being over when you die is a big deal. And I think that mirrors real life. I want to live in real life, so I take actions to not just die. I feel like, even if seems silly to some people, I feel like that feeling in a game, that connection to that world and to self-preservation is interesting. And I don't think that connotates that I have to make the game so brutally difficult that everything is a hassle and I have to walk on, like, I have to be on my tiptoes at all times, ready for anything. And I mean, I still feel that you need to do that, but not to the degree that hardcore puts out. We're trailing so far off topic. There's something about not knowing everything that Minecraft holds and about everything, and just loading into that world and dealing with the consequences, or maybe not even, just dealing with the environment you're in now. Maybe that's something that you personally can't get back again, unless maybe you don't play Minecraft for years. Maybe you haven't played Minecraft for years, like me, a few times. Maybe this would be your first time, or maybe you had that experience once, at the very least. That's peak Minecraft to me. And I don't think that that means that there's the rest of Minecraft is lower, but I love that feeling. I can still remember so many different Minecraft runs and loading in quickly. You are what makes your world feel lived in, and I think that's a big deal. Like traveling between different landmarks that you get used to, choosing where specifically you want to set up. Maybe even you have some small setups in multiple spots. That's a unique feeling. And I don't think that that's something that can really be understated. Something like that. It's interesting. I also do think that this is, again, side-trailing, but I think that a big part of what I appreciate about Minecraft, I want to say this before it slips out of my head. Minecraft's, the things that they've done to Minecraft over I've seen criticisms of Minecraft's choice of mobs and weird stuff like that. And okay, let's be fair. There's nothing wrong with criticizing a game because you think the choices that they've made are silly. You don't like the little glowy squid, you don't have to like the little glowy squid. But I think that personally, to me, as a whole, Minecraft never really... Hell, I can't even say that because I don't know I mean, I actually did the math once, but I don't even remember it too well now. I think it came out to like every 77 days, but that was even including bug fixes and stuff. I don't know the distance between real Minecraft patches, and I should have checked on that, but even if I did, I don't know if I'd remember it now. I feel like the dedication to continuing to release content, and then the fact that it has never veered from what Minecraft originally was, or at least the Minecraft that I remember. I think that's a big deal, and I think that it's really admirable. And that's probably a big reason that it came back. I mean, again, this is side-trailing, but I remember for a long time Minecraft was the big cringe, oh, it's the most popular thing, oh, hee, that guy said a Minecraft thing, how much dedicated wham. And then Fortnite became the big thing, and it was cringe at that point, and it was like, jeez, what do you call her, Fortnite, oh my word, it's everywhere. I used to tutor kids, which was basically being a glorified babysitter, but it was just Fortnite this, Fortnite that, Chug Jug this, my word. And that was the whole era of Battle Royales, but I think that Fortnite's reign and just grip on the human mind made a lot of people realize how good we had it when Minecraft was the big thing, and I don't know. Obviously, it rides the curtails of what's the word? Nostalgia. I forget the word nostalgia. It rides the curtails of nostalgia a lot. But I think that too many people may play up Minecraft's love to this. It's not. The game deserves that love I think it was given, and anyone who treats it as like outdated or bad or cringe or for kids or whatever, I feel like that's just a dumb opinion. I mean, a lot of people write off things that they don't really understand or want to look down on as something like that should be looked down on, but 9 times out of 10 when people do that, it's genuinely just that. It's that they don't understand it, and they feel alienated from it, so they want to alienate it. Hell, I play a lot of video games, I watch a lot of anime. Big fucking nerd, but that just seems to, because when people actually enjoy things, I don't know, it makes people happier. What are we even talking about at this point? Minecraft definitely could be framed as a kid's game, but I think that you are missing out if you don't at least try to play a survival no-death run at least once. So long as you can actually play games. I know some people don't have their gamer legs yet, or whatever you might call it. They're not accustomed to the, like, WASD, looking around with mouse type stuff, you know. If you don't, WASD is WASD, moving around with those keys. If you don't know what that is, I'm not sure why you're watching the video, but I hope you're enjoying it. I hope that this is a nice in-depth look at this kind of stuff. I want to talk more just about, because Minecraft isn't a game with a narrative. It's one of those games where you kind of create the narrative, and I see that with other games, like Fallout, for example. Another great game that doesn't have a death-like mechanic that like has any lore to it whatsoever, but is one of the best survival games there is, if you're okay with losing a lot. But I see games like that get a lot of the narrative from stories you can tell. You're like, oh, I was in the desert and I found this like little hole, this massive crater with a giant mutant, and I went and opened, he was like in a gate with a bunch of bandits, and I opened the gate and he like started running and I started running, and I was freaking out, and I think they were like all shooting him and shooting at me, and as I'm running I come up on some train tracks, and on the other side of the tracks there's like this dude who sells armor and his like mutant cow with 2 heads, and we like are running, and every once in a while there's like some train car in between us, and I hear an explosion between one, and after I come out the other side, all I see is his, it's Brahmin, that's what it's called, the Brahmin, the cows. See the Brahmin limping, and he's gone, there's like body parts all over, whatever. See, that's the kind of narratives that I get from open world games, and I mean, hell, I could talk about like Skyrim as an example. What do you call it? This one time I came across this headless horseman ghost who was being chased by 2 saber-tooths who were being chased by something else. I can't even remember. It's sad when you forget stories like that, but Minecraft is one where I feel like I get a lot of those stories. Maybe not that fantastical, but they feel like it in the moment. And a lot of it is, I don't know, Minecraft has this vibe. I feel like you can really tap into that vibe if you listen to the music. Wink. But, the Minecraft vibe is just, it's melancholic, it's somber, it's hopeful, it's peaceful, it's ominous, it's so many things at once, and I feel like part of it just comes from the sound of it, and like the music, but part of it comes from the setting, and at least that's how I interpret it, that's how it feels to me. Because while there isn't a narrative to the game itself, there's definitely, like, what did they call it, quasi-lore? I know some YouTuber made some video about it that I saw once. The world feels very lived in, and I don't mean lived in like the normal sense. It feels used to be lived in, if that makes sense, with like the sunk boats everywhere and abandoned mine shafts and stuff like that. And I like when new updates tap into that more, but, or at least pretty sure some of them have. I'm not going to pretend I know a ton about Minecraft. I'm no expert. I'm just an enjoyer. Be an average Minecraft enjoyer. There's something to finding those remnants, and it feels... There has to be words for it. I'm an English major, I should know them, but it's... There's a specific feeling that coming across those remnants of civilization gives you, and it's, I don't know, it's just the Minecraft vibe at that point. And I feel like there's something to be said too about building upon all of that, building your own, because you really make your own, like, after civilization, especially when you get involved with villagers, which I think is a cool part of the game. It's just a giant meandering world, but there are people living in it. Even if they're different than you, they're people at the very, or something akin to. I know people say, "Oh, it's different species or something." It's people. Come on, it's people. Come on. Don't be racist to the little big nose guys. Come on, they're people. Oh, character customization. I know this is kind of a funny thing to put out there, but I like that your character can look like basically whatever you want. As cringe as a lot of Minecraft YouTubing has been over the years, I've always enjoyed that when you watch Minecraft or even play Minecraft with people, there is... what can I say? Their personality comes out a bit in their character. I think that's really interesting, and I like the way that they've set that up. I feel like most games, or at least a lot of games, good customization comes from the community. Not always. There's games that have done it phenomenally. Project Winter, in my opinion, has the best customization of any game, or at least the best store. But Minecraft's just... There's so many ways that Minecraft gives both the game itself its own personality, but you as a player the ability to breathe your personality into the game. And I think that's a testament to a good game. I think that is something to be appreciated in a big way. Especially once you start making your home and wherever you choose to settle down. Personally, I always settle down with villages and villagers. I enjoy having neighbors. Just hilarious, because in real life I wish I had none. I wish I lived in a little, like, jungle hut or something where it's always raining and I never have to deal with people at all other than, like, people I care about. Me in my jungle hut with, like, other people's, like, my best friend's jungle hut's just somewhere nearby. Just live with my Lapuchka in peace. I'm getting ahead of myself. I like the feeling, because Minecraft is such a lonely feeling game, unless you're playing it with people, which I also appreciate. At this point, I would say the perfect way to play Minecraft is with, I think it's 9 people, because they've made 9 different avatars at this point, default ones, which implies the game is a 9-person. I'm getting into my own little brain damage habits. Just ignore that. I don't think you have to do that. That's just how the way I like to look at it. But I think that, especially for just how big the world is, even if you were playing with 9 people, it's a very lonely game. And I think that when you come across those civilizations, those little towns, it makes it feel... I don't know. In real life, humanity has a really impressive propensity to stick around and stay alive and not get trodden out, I guess. And it's interesting the ways that humanity adapts to being to its environment, I guess, and to trying to survive being alive in these different areas and situations. And I like that that's reflected in the villages. I like that they've made the villages feel very unique per each biome and whatnot. And there's certain ones I like more than others, yada yada. But I wanted to say, I also really enjoy that there is civilization beyond just these villages. I know it's not a ton, but I would say the Illagers, I believe they're called. I mean, I know that they've been called that, but I think they're still called that. The Illagers, and I guess personally I would consider the witches, that kind of stuff, and the witch huts and stuff. That's always interesting and cool to me. Like, it's always kind of exciting to come across like an Illager fort or whatever and be like, oh, dang. And I know that there isn't... Well, actually, that's not true. Maybe there is some kind of internal logic in the game to where these things can be placed. But it's fun to fill in the gaps in your imagination. Almost how if you want to enjoy a story a lot of the time, you have to, not retcon it, you have to fill in what some people would consider plot holes with your imagination. Because I feel like people do too often use the term plot hole. A lot of things that people call plot holes are either just unlikely or they didn't put in the mental effort to bridge the gap, whether it be the writer or the person who's calling it a plot hole. A lot of the time, both. Because there is logical ways to connect things, and I feel like an actual plot hole is somewhere where it just makes no sense at all. Whereas something that makes very little sense can still be true. There's a lot of things in real life that make very little sense, and pretending that that's not true, and there's no quote-unquote plot holes in real life, is silly. That is very, very silly. No, but yeah, like, when you come across a village where there is a road that leads, like, straight up a cliff, and there is, like, a house on the cliff, or, like, I was in this, like, ice village or something like that. For one thing, I also like that there's villages, at least from what I can tell, that seem like other villages, like they're the same biome in the same village, but they're, like, some small traits that are different about them because they're not the same. I love stuff like that. Always been a fan of things that are very similar but not the same. I was a huge fan of Sub-Zero and Scorpion back in Mortal Kombat 1, which was the best Mortal Kombat, by the way. Bunny Trail aside, some snow biome or ice biome or something which is one of the coolest villages, by the way, but there was like a massive cavern, like only a block or two wide though, but so deep between some of the buildings, and it's just the concept of living there and having to try and not just fall down that and die was always so interesting to me. And just looking at the villagers and thinking, that's another thing you have to do. When you look at an entity, when you're no death running, Minecraft being one of the games, several games you do this with, they're no death running it too. 90% of the time. There's very few entities, and you might say, oh, but another one will spawn, and blah, 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 blah. Well, another you. Well, not in this instance, but that specific entity, that specific villager, is no death running. They die, they're gone. You die, you're gone. So maybe them as a race, them as a people, don't get wiped out if one of them dies, but that one dies. So even if obviously that entity isn't a player, but when you're playing the game, I don't think you're looking for that. To you and to them, within the confines of the game, that is just an entity. So that is another part of what makes it feel immersive to play like that. I don't know, maybe that's why I like finding the villages. It's kind of a we're all in this together type thing. And I really do enjoy the architecture that the villagers have. I've always enjoyed... I don't know, when I come across villages, when I'm putting my house down, I try to not disrupt the village itself. I try to not disrupt the flow. I don't change what's in the buildings. I don't move things from one building to the other or something like that. I like to feel that this is something I can expand on, but not tamper with, if that makes sense. I mean, I guess that's the way I take on nature in Minecraft too. I am such a tree hugger in Minecraft, but I think that's a cool way to do it. I like to plant the kinds of trees that I cut down in the place that I found them. Does that make sense? My cat is like squealing. That was like actually kind of scary. It's very late and very dark. Hey, there's another aspect of Minecraft I like. It's creepy, it's scary at times. It is Minecraft's not as much as Minecraft's a quote-unquote kids game, it's given me the heebie-jeebies before. Maybe part of that is the environments I play it in. Maybe part of that is I like getting scared. I enjoy getting immersed in things. Life is more enjoyable when you're invested. I'm sorry, this drink's really good. Like a green drink. Where was it going? Green creeper. Oh man. Zombie villager. Grass block. Tree. What the heck were we talking about? Oh yeah, the game's scary. I don't know. A lot of the soundtrack is honestly like strangely ominous, if I'm going to be completely frank. It's strange how creepy it is, and it makes me wonder if there was more intent to the amount of creepy that Minecraft is originally. Does that make any sense? Like, it feels like there's something sinister about it. And maybe sinister isn't the right word, just ominous was good. But I enjoy that aspect of it. I kind of want to talk about, like, just how grandiose a lot of the stuff you can come across is. Maybe especially even after the Caves and Cliffs update. I can't tell you what the exact changes were, but I feel like I've been told, or at least read or heard or something, that the cliffs can be bigger or whatever, the mountains can be higher. There's something called like super mountains or something like that. Something about the lateral aspect of things. No, wait. Is lateral the right word? Vertical? The lateral works, right? Oh my gosh. Especially if you're looking down into, like, if there's a lot going on the ground, it's cool to look down into that. I enjoy... Maybe it's silly to point out that specifically, but think about it this way. There's a lot of different key, like, moments and feelings that I think Minecraft gives like that, with the whole way that their biome generation, world generation is set up. Heck, there's like a whole I've seen like a subgenre of like, or maybe not genre is the right word, but subculture, something like that, of YouTube, where they just show Minecraft seeds. And if you are showing off seeds of Minecraft that are interesting and cool, that should kind of say that, like, it's pretty interesting. Like, the way that the world is generated is pretty cool and interesting. Like, it's not the same if you would be showing off the seed of, like, the Binding of Isaac or something. If you were showing off one like that's like, oh, this is a useful one, but a good one, or not, that would be a good one, but just a good one in Minecraft is just interesting or fun. I mean, it can be useful, it could be like, oh, look at all these diamonds or something, but it didn't seem like that was ever the focus. And I do think there's something to be said for the nostalgia of the game, and obviously it's not something everyone can relate to, but I don't know, I can remember a time in my life, personally at least, when it was like summer or something, and I was playing Minecraft. I remember hearing the song Monster by, it's by like Dia and someone or something like that. Like some remix of it, playing in the other room that my like sister was listening to. And just listening over and over again to that as I throw myself into this Minecraft world and play it the way I play it, trying not to look things up, trying to feel immersed, trying not to die. It's definitely something special, and I think a lot of games have emulated it, and maybe even a lot of games have emulated it well. And I'm not even going to try to focus on the fact that Minecraft spawned a lot of these games, and it was like the forerunner, because to me, that's not what I really care about. I think that a lot of what makes Minecraft unique is its own mood and feel, and that quasi-lore, and that sense of self-connection you get with your world, and a lot of the wonder of discovering the stuff. It's not about the mechanics for me, and I enjoy the mechanics, but I think I'd be more, I think it would be accurate to say I'm more enamored with Minecraft's writing, I guess? Something akin to that. I think that's really cool. I could easily go on to just talk about other aspects of Minecraft, because Minecraft was other things to me too. I was big into, one second, more green drink. I was big into, what is the name of it? No, I'm thinking of Team. It's some 3 words like that or something like that, right? Oh, no, it's an acronym with 3 words, but it's actually 4 words. Trouble in Terrorist Town. That was so good. Forget, was it Gary's mod that it was mainly on? Forget that. Minecraft had to be the best Trouble in Terrorist Town there was. You played, you agreed. Like, there's no way. The servers Minecraft had, they had one that was like DayZ or something like that. They had something like that, like some zombie survival. They had another one that was more like COD Zombies, where you just survive waves or something like that. That was awesome. The way it was designed was superb. They had Hunger Games. It's funny that I talked about Battle Royales earlier, but Minecraft had the best Battle Royale, hands down. The Minecraft Hunger Games, there is no... And I don't mean the one that was like the actual Hunger Games, where it was like you come up from the little pedestals and there's like a set world that's like always the same, and you go like you don't break blocks, you like get things out of chests. I think that was actually called Hunger Games, which is funny because it was more similar to the actual Hunger Games than the one that was called Hunger Games was. No, but the Hunger Games ones, the one where it was like 150 people per server, and everybody got a different loadout, and the different loadouts were like, there were so many different ones. There were always 3 free ones, like a free rotation of 3, but there was so many different ones you could actually like purchase, and it was chef's kiss game design. I don't think it was balanced. I think it was good game design. I do think there's a difference between those two. I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive, and I think they definitely lean towards if you have one, you have the other. But or maybe one influences the other, I would say. But I would say it was just good game design. There was so they all felt like they had their own personality. There was classes that's just like, I think there was like Barbarian, you start with a stone sword. There was like Thor, you start with an axe that can call down lightning. Vampire, you lifesteal damage you deal. Werewolf, during certain times of the night you deal more damage. There was stuff like Spider-Man. I don't even remember what Spider-Man did. There was Chameleon, which I remember when Chameleon was free. That was wild. You could like right-click a mob, and then you would look like that mob. To other players, I mean. That was... If I had to give a testament to, like... If I had to say I appreciated the other aspects of Minecraft beyond just survival, no death running, that is where I would place the biggest amount of my feelings. Hunger Games Minecraft, 150 people, all having their own different kits, all designed in weird, wacky ways. If there was a way to anti-cheat out, like, mod packs and whatnot, or texture packs that made it so people could look through walls, it'd be perfect. It would be perfect. If someone could just make a standalone Minecraft that was the Battle Royale and was just that, I would play the hell out of that. There's a lot of MOBAs nowadays I feel like I can't play just because of how expensive they are. I could never get into League, ever. How could I get into League? People tell me, oh yeah, play lots of League, what do you call it, it's really fun. Just kidding, when would a League player ever call League fun? No, but people say they play League and stuff, and I think the game looks okay, I guess. I'm not a big fan of CSing, and there's a huge learning gap, but regardless, I mean, maybe I wanted to get into League because of the lore. League lore is incredible. How do you get into League? It costs like $1 trillion to just have every character. You could go to college, or you could play League. Both of them are going to make you want to die. Both of them are worthless. You're never beating Faker. Faker's about to get a better degree than you are, too. You're dead. Faker's killed you. He's killed you and your family. Faker's coming. Run. No, but... I don't know how people get into that stuff. But if... I almost forgot where I was going with this. If Minecraft Hunger Games came out again, and there was no cheating, it was just what it used to be. Maybe it touched up and improved and made more fun. It's something also to address partying. Like, they could just make actual parties. I'd play the hell out of it. Are you kidding me? I'd play it so much. I don't care if it costs like a bunch to own every kit. I'm getting tons of them. Always wanted to try Vampire. Oh, there was another one where like it was like snake or something like that. Reptile. It'd make your attack steal poison. I want to try that. That sounds awesome. I want to have one of the basic ones where you just start like with like a stupid stone sword or something. It's cool. Don't tell me that's lame. That's cool. You're lame. You're whack. Minecraft Hunger Games is cool. You're whack. No, but seriously, I would shill out a lot of money for that if that was a thing, and a lot of time. This is one of the coolest PvP experiences I'd ever played. Jeez, oh, there was the stompers. People, like, build up really high and jump off and land. So see, there's a lot to get from Minecraft, even from the other modes. I was never a creative player. I was never a, what do you call it? I never really cared about that. But, like, did you see some guy made Minecraft in Minecraft? How are you playing Minecraft in Minecraft? It made a working computer and then put Minecraft on it in Minecraft. Obviously, I don't know what the parameters are of, like, the Minecraft in Minecraft. I feel like you probably didn't put full Minecraft on there. I didn't look into it. I just saw it briefly. I was like, that's cool as hell. No, but hell, who knows? With time, you could do that. I remember someone saying, oh, now put Minecraft on that. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just trying to say there's a lot to get out of the other parts of Minecraft too, and even me who thinks that that's not the important part, got a lot out of that. I miss Hunger Games. That was again, peak Minecraft. But I don't know. I guess that to me, Minecraft is a vibe. Something like that. Minecraft. I guess I'll just put it this way. Minecraft is a good game, and I think it's art. And I enjoy it a lot, and I kind of want to play it. I'm not playing it right now. This gameplay you're seeing is not me playing it right now. I don't know what I'm doing in the gameplay right now. I'm probably exposing myself as a completely neurotic psychopath. There was stuff going on in the background while this gameplay was being filmed. Someone was watching a movie. I was distracted by the movie a lot. Also a neurotic person. Play Minecraft however you want. Watch whatever YouTube video you want. You can pick any Overwatch hero you want. You can join any Minecraft server you want. Are all the Minecraft servers dead? Like, did they all go to die or something like that? I log in and I just see nothing. When I go to check the Minecraft servers, it's just death. There's nothing there anymore. It's really sad. I want to play Hunger Games again, but I think that stuff went to die. Did people just stop playing? Did they not try and pick it back up when people came back? Did I not look in the right places? If you haven't tried Minecraft, like, obviously, do what you want, and if you don't like getting immersed in games, don't try it the way that I play it. But if you do, I don't know, I'd give it a shot. I would do it in good faith. Come into it expecting to, I don't know, just give it a heartfelt attempt. It's a fun game. And it gets a lot of love. They keep improving on it and improving on it. I feel like Minecraft is just always a different experience if you play it the way I play it. It's always something new, and that makes it really enjoyable. And I don't know. Kinda just want to play the game, honestly. Minecraft. It's a shame that it's not easier to play it with friends. Like, monetizing realms and all that, I guess, was the right way to go with things, but, like, I don't know, it's not the hardest thing in the world to get a server from, like, GG servers or something like that. That's where the one that I'm playing this on was taken from. I say this because you can see it. I can't see what you're looking at. I can't see anything. I'm just staring at literally a singular screenshot of Minecraft. It's not even a screenshot of Minecraft. This is like art. This is not Minecraft. Just listening to Minecraft music. Maybe I'm hearing the same thing you are. It might be off sync, actually. God, who knows what I'm doing in the game right now? It's probably some weird thing. Probably think I'm crazy. Playing Minecraft, though. Wish I had an axolotl. I didn't get an axolotl. There's not going to be an axolotl during this video. Either that or my memory's worse than I thought it was. I remember when axolotls came out, there was this, like, bug where, like, if you put them on a leash, they just spin in a circle. Why did game devs take out fun stuff like that? That was cool. Why did you take that out? Why did you do it, Notch? Does Notch run Minecraft anymore? Did he ever? He was the guy, right? He made the thing. Something like that. What do you call it? I used to follow... I think I was following Notch on Twitter till like a week ago. No, that's not true. Not a week ago. Maybe a month ago. Because I just never checked Twitter, and then I realized I was, and I heard that he said some wacko stuff, and I was like, to take this fall away just in case. I don't want to get canceled along with Notch. I don't know what he did. I'm not on board with... I don't know. You start saying political stuff on your Twitter, it's GG. It's over. That's lights out. There's no coming back. You say anything political, it's GG. Not getting canceled. That just means about being happy. The amount of joy you get from saying something political, you just bang. The dopamine centers just shut off immediately. At least for the people around you. You say something political to people, they're like, haha, it's great. It's like saying something passive-aggressive in Overwatch. You say something passive-aggressive to your team, they're like, what are you... Dude, what are you talking about? So like, oh, we didn't need that ult. I get that sometimes the pressure just makes it too much, but you only ever hear the worst player on your team say that shit. And be completely honest, nobody's ever actually saying, oh, we didn't need that ult, and they're doing well. It's insecurity. Look at that little picture of that on fire. You can't see what I'm looking at. Okay, we're gonna end. Let's do a Minecraft block tier list. We got. How do you? Do people actually feel more connected to certain Minecraft blocks than other ones? That's weird. It's a weird thing to do. Giving this tier list a weird out of 10. You guys are weird. It's just a strange thing to think of and do. Ooh, I don't like modding as a concept for most games, just because I do think that kind of, like, takes a big ol' hammer to the flimsy wall of continuity and, any sense. It just kills, like, the quasi-lore, or, like, internal narrative of whatever game you're playing. But there are times when it's fun, like Left 4 Dead. I mod that game all the time. I like that game three ways, I guess. Unmodded, modded in such a way that literally just takes away, like, my HUD and stuff. And then way too many mods to the point where it's not nearly Left 4 Dead anymore. But I was gonna say, Minecraft, I typically prefer it without any mods at all. But there's this one called Origins mod, which I think is the right way to do mods. And although I still think I would prefer not to play with it, because it's just something someone came up with, it's just a mod. Again, it does kind of break that little quasi-lore. I think it's a really good mod, and I think it's the right way to do mods like that. It makes especially if you have a server with a lot of people, it makes everybody feel unique. I mean, especially because real life even is just people's bodies and the way people are and just the human condition is kind of boring in some ways. Maybe not even boring, but especially with our creativity, comparing it to the fantastic, it's comparatively boring, and so it's fun to want to be unique and super or something like that. And that's what this mod does. And I like that it gives weaknesses, because otherwise I don't like... I'm pretty sure they also made a mod where it's just everybody is super or something like that. They made a mod where it's like classes, and I didn't like that idea because I don't remember there being downsides to the classes, which is dumb, which is bad. I don't like that. It's bad because it's purely making Minecraft the game easier. And I don't like you could say, oh, I put in extra challenges in the game, which I don't think they even did with that mod. But even if you do that, that makes the base game experiences easier, which I do not enjoy. Like you get attacked by a zombie or something. Even in the late game, it's a certain difficulty, probably easy as hell, but it's still supposed to be a certain threat level. You add buffs and stuff every stage of the game. Like, you add classes that purely make you stronger. Every stage of the game is easier now. And that just kind of kills the game for me. You're playing it on baby mode now. Remember, there's only one right way to play a game. You gotta play it on no death run, and you gotta do it on normal difficulty. Because we're crazy here. No, but seriously, it's a dumb way to mod game. You can do whatever you want, but I don't like that. But the Origins mod I like because there's always a payoff and then a drawback. And whether or not they truly equal each other is where things get a bit muddy, but it's not just making the game easier. You either hate sunlight, or you hate water, or you hate not being in the water, or you're a weak little thing. I kind of don't like that some of them just have more fragile HP, but because that's such a dumb way to change the gameplay, especially when we try to do our no death run servers and somebody's only downside or their only drawback to playing is they're more likely to die, which just ruins it for everybody because we probably don't want to do the no death run without that person. That makes sense? So I think that's uncreative and bad game design philosophy, but still, within that's a small nitpick, I feel like. It's good because it both makes the game easier and harder. It doesn't just make it easier, I mean, but it also makes the one thing that it draws upon the lore of the game that is already established, and it makes it influences the number one thing that's good to change in the game: the player. The player is very distinct from the world, and it's your insert into the game. So I think, I don't know, that's just a good way to make a mod. I will give it that big props. Don't like mods in general, but that's a good one. We are drawing near to the end here. I mean, we've said all that can be said. What else is there to say? Let's be honest. But I think we need to give big shout outs to our patrons. Aloism Surfer, JL, and Cammy. Hey Lou, James, Cammy, I just appreciate a lot that you've helped me reach my goals and play out a bit of my dreams. And it's been really fun. So, thank you. I hope you could hear this at all. Maybe not. But just in case you can. So, yeah, Minecraft. It's a game. There's blocks. You craft. That one, we never even talked about Minecraft April Fool's updates. The best updates I've seen in any game ever. It's incredible, but